I'm here. Do I just call?
Hello?
Oh my goodness.
What?
I don't. I just don't usually normally use Discord.
Why not? Isn't it just voice? What?
Yes, but don't you have an urge to make things as optimal as possible?
But isn't Discord optimal?
It's not as optimal as it could be.
In what way?
Well, we could have a slightly higher quality kbps audio stream.
Yeah, but people aren't gonna tell the difference.
What if they do?
I don't think they will. Even if they do, I don't think most people care. Oh, okay. Yeah, I use a blue snowball mic, so the audio quality doesn't matter. True.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What? Like, I thought a blue snowball is actually pretty good. It's not like a...
People are always surprised when I tell them that. It literally just sits on my desk. I don't even have a filter or anything.
Do you know, I use this SM7, which is a $500 mic, and I had not configured it or used it correctly up until 2 days ago, so I literally sounded like shit for 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the most boomer thing I've ever heard.
It is. It was literally that. Then we opened up an equalizer and then fixed it, and now...
Wait, how did you find out then that it wasn't right?
How did I find out, guy? Oh, I was watching a YouTube video with another guy that was using the same mic, and I was like, why does he sound so good? And then I like did it, and I listened to myself on the video, and you know how like in Twitch chat, every single time that you have any kind of problem, whether it be like a quantum physics problem or like a weightlifting problem or anything, there's always like that PhD guy there.
Yeah, the experts come out.
The experts come out. That's what happened. Yeah. We got the audio experts out, and we busted out the equalizer, and they helped set up like a whole profile.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Is this normally when you sleep?
Yes, but it's fine. I mean, I slept last night.
Well, it's still... We're in the same time zone, so it's still 1 p.m. right now.
Yeah, I know, but
okay.
I stream till like 9 a.m. and then I sleep until 6.
Wait, you stream until 9 in the morning?
Like anywhere from 7 to 9 a.m.
And you so and then you go to sleep until 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
Why?
It just kind of like happened that way for the past couple months. I don't know. I usually just stream at night because I like watching other people during the day as well. I like doing other stuff during the day. I was like, yeah, just stream at night. Since I usually start my streams with drawing too, and I like drawing at night.
Oh, because it's just more chill and there's like just
the
feel is different.
Yeah, it just feels more chill.
I built my original stream many years ago on at 10 p.m. PST. I would stream every day at 10 p.m. and I would go till like 5 or 6 a.m.
Oh my god! But you're like 60.
Yeah, so I had
to
stop
kill
doing
you.
That. Well, this was years ago.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so I had to stop doing it because I got too old. You know how it goes.
Yeah, that's gonna be me.
Yeah, it will be one day. Time will come for you. That's the thing. How old are you now?
21.
Goodness, that's actually insane.
Really?
It is.
I mean, there's like streamers that are like 18, right?
Not as popular as you. Well, like Fortnite people, right?
Fortnite. Yeah.
There's always the grass is always greener, but like the way that I look at that is that you could basically fuck up and make every wrong mistake for 9 years, and you would still be completely fine. You would have every opportunity to like start a new life.
What do you mean start a new life?
Well, okay, so let's say that you just made like terrible mistakes for the next like 9 years. And everything was bad, and like all the business decisions were bad and everything. You'd be 30, and you're literally not even a third through your life.
Ah, true, yeah.
Especially since you have the longest life. Are you Korean descent?
No, I'm Chinese Canadian.
Descent. Okay, so Chinese woman is average lifespan is like 90, 92.
What? Damn, I can't imagine living that long.
Well, if you keep
I don't want to be old and senile.
Why?
Senile.
It's not so bad, trust me.
I don't know, man.
You get a lot of passes on things.
Yeah, like shitting yourself or something.
no, like
What do you mean passes?
like if I want to speed and then like a cop's like, you know how fast you're going? They're like, no, I'm very
Oh
old.
yes, because oh sorry, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, when I'm 90, I'm gonna be doing 90 miles an hour, dude. Like that's they can't get you. They're like, oh, he's just an old man. He doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah,
I don't know.
And what's really cool about you is that you're gonna like shrink. You just
Oh
like
yeah, true. I'm gonna turn like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, just like kind of like wander around like it's gonna be super cool. It'll be super awesome. Like yeah, there's a lot of benefits to getting old. You just have to look at it.
See.
And you don't.
We'll see when it happens.
Yeah, but not, it's like it's such an insane amount of time because like for me, most of my career is already established, right? So I've done.
How old are you again?
No one knows.
What?
No one actually truly knows. I can tell you.
Okay, but, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, you can guess.
Okay.
54 is the going answer.
Really? 54?
Yeah.
I was gonna guess like 67.
That's not very generous, but okay.
You don't look a year over 67.
Thank you.
Thank you. You look pretty
it's
good.
The hot yoga, actually.
Yeah.
I really like hot yoga, and it keeps me young.
People actually guess that you're 54.
54 is the age that I tell people that I am. That's the
You're not 54.
That's the going assumption. How do you know?
Because you don't look 54.
That's because of the hot yoga and the green tea.
No, it's not the hot yoga and the green tea.
Oh, you're a big skincare person. That's in my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunscreen?
I never wear sunscreen. My girlfriend.
Okay, then you're not 50 something.
Really?
Yeah.
What if I did a lot of hot yoga and sauna? You know that's really good for the skin.
I don't know.
All of your skincare memes that you do, you could probably save like $1,000 a month or whatever. On just going to hot yoga, and you would have amazing skin.
It's not even $1,000 a year.
That's pretty good. I had a girl that worked with me at Counterlogic Gaming, and she spent like $1,500. She still spends to this day $1,500 a month on Sephora.
Oh my god, that's actually the one place that I was like, dude, it's not worth buying skincare stuff from Sephora. Like everything I use, I try to be as affordable as possible.
She's like a fucking platinum member, and they throw a party at the store every month where they close the store and invite people, and she gets like a handwritten note from the manager.
Oh my god.
And then she shows up.
Capitalism.
Yes. Yeah.
No, consumerism. Thank you for spending thousands of dollars. Here's a note.
How is that any different from people that spend thousands of dollars on us and then you give them a thank you?
But I don't write a note.
You write a verbal note. You're like,
I feel like it's even worse because they don't even get anything.
It is.
But like the most expensive things I bought, I started buying more of, or just plane tickets to go to cons and stuff.
You don't have any desire to like, I don't know, have maybe like an expensive car or like a house or.
Well, I can't drive.
Why not?
I don't know. I never learned. I never got my license when I literally just never learned.
Well, I feel like there's more to this story.
No, I just didn't.
You just didn't want to? You don't believe in cars? You're trying to save the environment? Like it's a Canadian thing?
I was just too lazy when I was 16 and I just never went for it. So now I just
so you just gave up?
I take the bus, okay? It's fine. It's great. I'm saving the environment.
Hey, I respect this. I do not own a car either.
Okay.
And the only car I ever owned was a 1998 Toyota RAV4. Walk 3 miles a day.
Wow. And I don't know what's a mile.
You know what a mile is, right? Have you ever left Canada?
Mile to
kilometers.
Yeah. 4.8 kilometers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that 3 freedom units.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't use that system.
Oh, yeah. Okay, American.
It scares me.
What? How? It's literally like everything is increments of 10. Everything is so much easier. And then you got like inches of feet. It's like by 6, and then by 3, and then like this is 12, and then like 15. Like what's going on?
So I don't know about all that because I'm really bad at math. But what I do know is that, which kind of is ironic, right? Because I'm like the analytics guy on Twitch, but it turns out that reading analytics doesn't actually require a lot of mathematical skill. But when I think of a mile, I know what that feels like in my head. So if that makes sense. So I know what the distance feels like to walk a mile. I don't know what it feels like to walk a kilometer.
I have when I think kilometers, I think like back when I used Tinder, like, oh, this cute boy is X kilometers away. Like, oh, that's far. Oh, that's kind of close, you know. So I was like, 4.8 kilometers. How far would that?
Why
be?
Did you use Tinder?
when I like a year ago or so? Because I don't go outside. I'm not in school or like work or anything.
You could pull the shit where you eat and date a streamer.
Hell no.
Oh, I'm exactly the same.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm actually exactly the same. I would never date an influencer. I've said this a bunch on my broadcast.
Yeah, I have said that since the beginning. Like, I just feel like it just meddles with everything.
And the drama is the worst, because imagine if you get in like a fight or something, and then both of your communities are talking back and forth.
Yep.
And then that's like an LSF thing. That would be a fucking, like, I watched there actually, I probably shouldn't shout it out, but there's a relationship that went downhill because of that, and I was like, yeah, it was like a really big one, and I was like, oh my god, it looks like a nightmare.
Yep.
So is that how you met your current boyfriend?
Yeah.
So I
was in Japan at the time.
And you did Tinder.
I was calling him. Yeah, I was so I think I remember like I accidentally paid for Tinder Plus or something because I wanted to hide my location so that people couldn't make accounts and then triangulate where I lived.
Holy
so then when I went to Japan, I still had it because I accidentally paid for a second month. So I was like, okay, I'll just use it. No, I paid for it on purpose the first time. And then the second time, I forgot to cancel it, so they billed me again. So I was like, okay, I'll just set my like destination at home. So yeah. And then we just talked.
Okay, so it like popped up, and you had like a person in Japan. You went on a date in Japan.
No. I was in Japan, but I set the destination to home. Yeah.
Okay, and then when you got home, you went on a date.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I also met my girlfriend on Tinder, and we've been together for 16 months, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, it was like my first Tinder experience. And like everyone had told me like this is going to be like crazy, but she's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like people are really quick to judge when you say Tinder, but I feel like it can go both ways. Like there's so many people that use it, you never know.
Yeah, I feel like you can meet, like if you just do a little bit of screening, like you can meet probably the people that are having crazy experiences are like people that have a very low filter on like who they want to talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a rule that if the guy had like a shirtless picture, it was probably an automatic no.
Yeah. Anything like super weird like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the girls with those profiles that are like, I only date people that are 6'5" or whatever.
Oh no. Yeah.
Anything like that. I stayed at. I think my girlfriend had a profile, and it said, "I'm global elite in CS:GO," and I'm
wow.
And I was like, "Are you really?" You know, it's like how I opened up it, and she's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Cool, like we should talk." And then
is she actually?
She was global elite in CS:GO and ancient in Dota 2. Yeah.
Wow.
She's very good at games.
Gamer.
She is. Right now, she's stuck on WoW
nice.
Classic still.
Oh.
And she's like looking to join like one of the #1 guilds or whatever in that.
Oh my god, they don't mess around with that, with the guild stuff.
Well,
wow.
That's like
it's like hardcore.
Yeah, it is. But that's why she wants to join it, because she doesn't want to like wipe on dumb monsters. She wants to like go fast and actually do shit that's.
Hey, did she watch Twitch?
So she didn't before she met me, but now she does because I do this. And so like people that are in our community, they know who she is, kind of, but we don't like make a point of it.
That's kind of like my boyfriend. Like I dragged him on stream a couple times just because I thought it would be fun, but he doesn't really watch Twitch on his own and stuff.
I think that's really good.
I like having just like having kind of a life separate from Twitch. Just like not everything is just always online. Yeah. That's why I didn't want to join a streamer house or anything.
I can't understand why people would want to do that. I've gotten asked to do that. Well, so I actually had that experience because when I used to run CLG, it was basically a house of like 40 people.
Oh my god.
It was and it was a huge like campus. It was like, if you can imagine, one really big house and then 3 other smaller houses. But still, I mean, you know, everybody's there. We all eat in a central area. Like we do everything in a central area. It's like I'm getting up at like 4 a.m. to drive a kid to the hospital because he did something stupid or whatever. Like it's that kind of stuff. And yeah, I can't do the streamer house stuff.
It's too much. I feel like it would be fun for like the social aspect, the content, but I would be really burned out.
Yeah. Like I do that. I feel exactly the same as you, because when I think about my life, like there's so much more that I want to explore that's like not Twitch, and like especially in my personal relationships, if someone's like, "Hi forehead, how you doing, Pepega? What's up?" Like I just like lose my fucking mind, right? Like,
Poggers,
yeah.
oh poggers, dude.
Yeah, it's like we need more. Yeah, it's just it's too much. My girlfriend's really cool because she basically only watches this stream, and that's like really neat. I don't know. I think it's cool.
Yeah, my boyfriend doesn't really know much about the Twitch meme stuff either.
Yeah, I feel like you can have. I feel like it's a lot of. I feel like it's a lot of stress to date an influencer.
I think so too, because you have to not only balance your own brand and your own like online value, you have to also balance the other person's, because now they're with you, and people are going to see you two as like an object together online. It's just so much more work.
Yeah, it feels like also like understanding a lot of the unique problems. Like I have a lot of like, I don't know. This is like way later, but I know you're like really focused on like mental health. You think about this, and I think about that too. I think about things like there's a lot of times where like maybe once every 3 or 4 weeks, or hopefully it's a little bit longer than that. I think it's like every 2 months. You guys know, right? It's like every 2 months, right, guys? Where I have like an existential content crisis.
No.
I had one pretty recently. It was like probably 2 days ago. So I was about due for one. It's kind of like a earthquake type of thing, and it's just like it causes me to go into like a mental sort of loop where So long term, Mod says is about 2 months. Yeah. So like what it manifests as is I'm like, I wake up one day and I'm like, and sometimes it can be kicked off by like some kind of bad analytic or something like that. But usually it's just like a feeling, and I'm like, oh my God, all my content's terrible. Everything I do is fucking terrible.
I think you're pretty consistent with what you do, right?
Yeah.
And then because when you're pretty consistent, you like what you do is predictable. I'm not saying that's bad. It's like you don't get the excitement of new things happening, and then you think that that's bad. It's kind of like, I think it's kind of like when any content creator is just doing their own thing, and they're doing okay. They're not doing worse, but they're not really doing significantly better either. And then people feel like that's bad. Like if you're not constantly growing, you're doing bad.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with that. I think like if you're doing whatever you're doing and you're okay, you don't have to be doing better or worse to be good.
Do you keep any kind of like internal track of like how you're doing?
A little bit, but I don't think too much about it.
Have you thought about that at all from the beginning?
Like, what do you mean? Could you be more specific?
I can be. So you're one of the fastest growing broadcasters on Twitch. You grew 2,130% in the last 365 days and gained 300,000 followers with over 4.1 million new views.
Yes.
So your mindset or what you've done to create this is by exceptional is a very light word to use. And so most people that set out to do that in other industries, if they want to be successful like that, they have some kind of like content plan or some kind of direction. And what's so weird about Twitch, and one of the reasons I love talking to people like you, is like the mindset that goes into it. It's like I guess the way that I would describe it is like art.
I feel like it's more of a lack of a deliberation, because when I watch Twitch a lot, my favorite streamers are like Liruket, Baru, Moon, Lakari, and Dance Gaming, and these streamers, they just play games, and that's it. They don't really have much of a YouTube social media presence. They're not. I wouldn't really even think of them as a brand. They're just a gaming streamer, and that's what I like. So that's kind of how I modeled my stream after. Like I just play games. But then with the growth of YouTube and everything, I was like thinking, well, maybe I should try to make a little more outside of Twitch. So that's when I started posting like vlogs and skincare and other like more personal videos. That's nice. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really think too much about what I'm making or like what's super trendy. Otherwise, I would have made a TikTok by now.
Hey, do you? I know you're hurting for that cash there. So if you're interested, we have a $500 TikTok tournament.
You're holding one?
I am holding one. Well, okay.
Oh my
God.
Listen,
I'm gonna come clean with you, Daff. I already lost.
Wait, why?
I can't do it. I'm not endemic to the platform.
Oh.
I made this TikTok and it was like this like scuffed thing where it's like why you should invest in stocks, the things that you need to know, and everyone's like, "Shut up, idiot!" Like, and so I just got 177 followers and lost, and then like meanwhile, some people in the contest did like short skits and got like 1 million views. You'd be insane.
I thought about like if I did it and I just did like the trendy dances or whatever, you know, just be a cute girl. Yeah. That'd be crazy, but I don't really feel like it. At least not now.
Yeah, but the power you could have.
Yeah, but
does it not tempt you? At what cost?
Yeah, like the people that watch TikTok are just like a bunch of little babies, right?
Yeah, mostly babies. Yeah,
it's not really my thing.
See, that was the same conclusion. Yeah, so I feel that, but yeah, we really do have one. I'm sure you could probably win it, even if you started now. It started on.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah, okay.
I'll watch.
I'll watch.
Maybe.
I was just wondering. You know, I know you can be short on cash sometimes with that.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is something that I talked to Moon about, and it's so interesting.
They said you were trying to get him to make a TikTok.
No, that's a lie.
Oh,
that's fake news. I did not ask him to make a TikTok. I definitely didn't. I inquired as to why he didn't have a YouTube though.
Because but he does, but it's just dead.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, like he has a YouTube in the same way that like Dan has a YouTube, which is like he uploads like Let's Plays. Okay, so do you think that it requires like a different type of mindset to draw than it does to do math?
A mindset?
Yeah, a way of thinking.
Well, besides the obvious that it's two different subjects, I feel like it can be similar because math with practice and memorizing like techniques and knowing the theory, you'll do well. But then for drawing, it's also the same thing.
Okay, let me try a different way. So why does it seem to you that people that set out to be successful at streaming basically almost never get there? And the people that are at the top they're almost completely by accident. If you ask any of those people that like, how did you do this or why, they're like, I have no fucking idea. Like,
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Why is that?
Probably because the people that set out to be success, like, I don't know, maybe because the people that don't set out to be successful, like that happens to them by luck, they don't burn out as easily because they never had this concrete goal that they always wanted to work towards. So let's say someone who really wanted to be like the next XQC keeps streaming for like a year straight, and then they realize that, oh, I'll never be as popular, famous, or rich, and then they give up. Mm-hmm. So maybe like that.
Do you think it's a matter of consistency that like if that same person would have had like the willpower to get through the tough parts, like they would have made it maybe?
I don't know, because I feel like it's mostly luck.
If you were to like look back and think about what's made you so successful through 2019, what do you think?
Luck.
If you had to give a better answer than that.
Well, people were like posting me all over LSF. But I feel like I've pretty much been the exact same since I started streaming. And I guess like I grew up using the internet a lot. Like I was always looking at memes and stuff even when I was a kid. And then people probably found that was like that reflected in my personality and they liked that. So then you couple that with the fact that I was getting a lot of exposure, so people stayed. And
now, as a policy, I never ever look at my view count. I don't even know how many subs I have. Nothing.
Oh yeah, I only look at it at the end of stream
Yeah.
when I like have to open Twitch again to find someone to host. Even when I first started streaming, I think when I had like 15 viewers or so, I always hit the view count too. Like I would just scroll my window a little bit lower so I wouldn't see it.
Yeah. Well, luckily Twitch has that thing on the dashboard you can click and you can hide it. And
Yeah,
then it saves the settings. So that's what I have that on for subs and views. And like my chat like never tells me what the view count, or they just spam a random number. They'll just like, go like, dude, Devin, you have 11,000 viewers, right? Like, you know, something like that. And I do that because I want to run the same show for 5 people that I want to run for 5,000. And that's, but I didn't used to be that way, you know? So there was like something that shifted over in the mental mindset. Like when I talk to people like Soda or people, even like people like XQC or whatever, they're just like stream of consciousness, like they're not trying. It's not like a concentrate. They are, but they are. It's not a concentrated effort. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is just a thing that I do because I want to do it and I want it to be there.
That's, like, I don't really need the extra money from a bunch of dodgy sponsors either.
Yeah, yeah. It always has a price attached to it too. So, what is like? How did you get to streaming? Why did you decide to do this, and why did you decide to keep doing it? It's kind of more interesting.
I first started streaming when I think it was a few months after I dropped out of university. People always get it mixed up that I dropped out to stream. Like, no. I dropped out and then got bored, and then I wanted to try streaming. Yeah. I don't think it's not worth dropping out trying to stream or trying to be a YouTuber, okay? It rarely ever works out.
Yeah.
I literally just streamed art. I was just like, well, I'm making emotes for a bunch of streamers. I might as well as stream my drawing process since it's like in the Twitch community making emotes. Yeah. So I just did that, and I really liked talking to chat while I was drawing because I didn't have to, like, it just felt like people were keeping me company while I work. So I kept doing it for 2 years straight. I didn't really play that many games when I first started streaming. I mostly just drew because most of my audience was just there for art.
What year did you start?
Or
how long ago?
2017 April-ish.
So did nobody really discover you until 2019, really?
I think around 2018. Yeah, 2018 August, I played a lot of MapleStory 2. That's when I got partnered and I started getting like 100 viewers a stream for pretty much the entire year of 2019. So and then after that it exploded.
After MapleStory 2.
No, after LSF it exploded even more. Like Maples, I was okay. So the timeline is 2017 I started streaming, and then all the way until 2018 of August was when I started to get over 75 viewers that allowed me to get partnered. And then all the way into 2019 August, I maintained like 100 or sometimes less. It was like 70 to 100.
So when you exploded, it was super fast then?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was like, was it like overnight or like a month or like, do you remember?
I think it was more like over a week.
Over a week?
Yeah. So I started averaging, I remember it was 100 and then it was 300 and then 600, 900 and then 2000.
This is around the time when I think I have I should say we have a bot that like lives in every channel on Twitch, and it just tracks various things like information about streamers and stuff. And one of the things it does is it flags when somebody has like a really crazy growth. So it controls for hosts and stuff if average or concurrent viewership increases by huge percentages, like day over day, it'll flag us.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned when you came up to me at Twitch, and I was like, what the fuck is this crackhead talking about?
Normally I don't have a very good first impression in real life, so I'm like, and I don't know what to say.
Yeah, you scared Hachu, didn't you? You were like following her around.
No, that's a fucking meme. I was not following her around. I was that is not true. So what it's just let me explain. Okay. I feel like I fucked this up with you, Maya Higa, and Hachu because all of you are soft-spoken, like controlled individuals. Okay, and so when I'm right now I am like, do you ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
Well, I know about it. I didn't really watch it though. What?
Okay, you need to watch Dragon Ball Z. That's my religion.
Okay, I'm not watching that. It's like a million episodes of powering up.
There's a scene in it. There's a part of it where you can do like you have to like hide your power level. Like your power level is like 1,000. You have to pretend you're a 5. Okay. In this conversation right now, I am like pushing down my energy a lot so I can have a back and forth with you because I'm a really fucking intense person. And so like when I came up to you, I was like, Daff, hey, how's it going? Oh my god, I love your analytics. Right, and then you're just like, holy fuck, dude, what the fuck is going on? And that was like also how I approached Hachu. So she immediately like her head, like she calculated the variables. It was like A, stalker, B, like psychopath person, C, like things like that. And that was an added problem because when I came up to Hachu, I legitimately thought that she spoke perfect English and she was pretending.
Yeah, I don't even think she could understand you back then.
Yeah. But I thought she was pretending because my friend Tyler had told me that she was oh my god. Yeah, it's like, hey, that she like she's actually just she understands English. And so when I went up to Hot Chubby, it was like this. Hey, Hot Chubby, wow, I'm a really big fan of you. Oh my god, I have a lot of like your analytics and I'm really excited about your growth on Twitch. I was wondering if you wanted to talk about. And then she's like, what? And then I was like, oh my god, she doesn't speak a word of English.
Oh no.
And then I was in trouble. And then luckily there was like a Twitch staff member who happened to speak fluent Korean.
I think it was funny. I mean, now it's funny, but at the time I was like, what the fuck is going on?
At the time I was terrified.
Yeah, I didn't know. Because I didn't really know about this stuff on Twitch. I didn't know your work on Twitch. And then when I got back home and I streamed, and I was like, oh yeah, some guy came up to me and said something about a bot. And I mentioned the word CEO, and then everybody instantly knew who it was.
Yeah.
And I looked up your Twitter, and I was like, yeah, it's this guy.
It's weird that that's become the thing. You can't choose the thing. Like Hot Chubby didn't choose Korean streamer. And you didn't choose hentai artist.
Yeah, that's such an outdated title now.
What's your new one?
I don't have one anymore. I don't really get posted anymore.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I'm free.
That's cool. You're not. You're never free. You're just in temporary stasis.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
Okay, true.
You could never truly be free. Yeah. Yeah. But hentai artist was what came up at first, right? CEO Andy, how did that start, guys? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I think it's just like you mentioned that you were a CEO a lot.
Yeah, there was a couple of clips where I this is legitimately my fault, where I was like, as a CEO of a previous company, this is my thoughts on that.
You mentioned that too when you first came up to me. You're like something about CEO. It's like,
really?
Wow, very cool. Yeah, you did. You said CEO.
That's embarrassing. Because I think it's a very douchebag move to like drop your fucking credentials on the floor like right away. Like, just so you know, I ran an esports team. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
if you've ever heard of it.
That's kind of what you said.
That's I'm terribly. I really actually.
No, like, it's fine.
I will go home and I will cry underneath my table. Mizkif did a impression of this. And like he put on like a Henley, and then like he went up to Maya and was like, "Hi, I'm the CEO. I'm co-host of the Scuff podcast." Like, I was like, "Fuck, man!"
No.
But it ended up being the CEO Andy thing. Is like, I could never have done the work that CEO Andy as a meme did as like Devin Nash. You know what I mean?
Because people now give you a kind of a personality, and you play off of it.
Yes, and also, if it was going to be anything, if it has to be CEO Andy, it's like, okay, the joke is that I run a lot of companies, I guess. Like, that's like a pretty good title to have.
That's great for you, for your theme and everything.
Yeah, it worked out. So LSF ended up being pretty positive. Asmongold, for some reason, gets brought up on LSF and just immediately is like, that guy might as well be like burning people. He might as well be like Hitler. Like he's just like
Train too. Train as well.
Yeah, Train sometimes eggs that on a bit because he does that like thing where he'll be in his chat and he'll like center on a single individual. It'll be like, listen, Stevie Boy 1697, suck my fat cock. You better go. Like it'll be like this like targeted attack, you know, like, and it's like that you know that could create a supervillain because like you target that one guy and he's like, and then he like goes to Reddit.
That's
and, like,
how I feel sometimes.
Oh, do you?
Like, like sometimes I feel like I should be more careful about like if I accidentally antagonize someone and then they like, I don't know, come to my house or something.
I don't think you have to be like mentally unhinged to do something like that, but
you never know.
You don't know.
Just,
yeah,
the thought of the possibility is scary.
If I was a tiny cute Asian girl, I would 100% like be like nobody wants to go to downtown Redmond where I live and is like, hey, Devin, I love the analytics on. Like, oh my god, like I need to look. Can you show me your feet? Like, you know, like it's like it's like the fat white guy thing with the. It's just not gonna do it for people. 100%.
Yeah, but I've like gone off on people before, but I would say for the most of the time, like it's just in good fun. Even the people that I do go off on, they usually like just joke back or something. It's rarely ever like someone who's actually mentally unhinged or whatever.
Yeah, like Moon had a really good bit about this where he said that if he felt like if you focus on a person for like more than 10 seconds, like you're fucking up, right? And there's like a clear difference to do this where you can be like, shut up, idiot. Like, you know, and then like that's just like it's like done. Or you could just be like, or you could like get into their soul. Like Moon was like, I realized I had a problem when he's like, shut up, you probably drive a forklift. You're looking at me with a phone, and he goes into this like 10-page thing about like you've never had a girlfriend, like you've never had sex in your life. Like, you know, it's just like he realizes like he's gone too far. You know?
You just want to like keep it short. The funniest part is that I literally don't even remember the names of who I'm responding to whenever I go off. Like I don't even remember who they are. Yeah,
and then sometimes they'll send you emails and they'll be like, you said this thing to me and I thought about it for 5 months. And I'll be like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. Like, holy fuck. Yeah, it's gotta go.
Yeah, I don't even have any moderators. I moderate my own chat.
What?
Yeah, you didn't. I thought you would have done your research and figured that out.
We missed that. My team! My team! How did we miss that?
I'm pretty much the only moderator. Like, all my other moderators, the people that I do have as moderators are all just, like, people I modded because I wanted their name to show up more. Like, they were my friends for when I was a small streamer. And there was one other guy that I'm added as a mod so he could ban a bunch of bot spammers. But besides that, like, 99% is just me.
Whoa. Wait, tell me more. Why?
Because I can do it myself, and it's never really been that bad that I couldn't even... Actually, I would say it's never been so bad that I couldn't even handle it myself. Like, I've been able to do it all the time.
What if you're, like, really focused on something and you don't want to stop drawing and, like, to ban somebody?
But I do. It only takes half a second.
Yeah, but there's a certain... Let's say that you have 100% mental focus, okay? What percentage are you giving to chat every... like whenever you're paying attention to chat versus like,
I always look at chat though, like all the time.
So if somebody like posts like something racist, like you'll just catch it and ban it.
Yeah.
And okay, but why? Okay, well, I guess like what I don't understand is
like sometimes I miss it, but it's never become a problem. Like if one racist message gets lost in like 100 messages, it's not a big deal.
But you could still like have, there's like a million different reasons to have mods. Like they could help you or what, like what, like what's the specific reason to not have moderators?
I just don't, I don't know where you're supposed to find them for. So I never really like go out of my way to find them.
The way that I look at it is, I believe in anybody that has 500 viewers or less should not have moderators. This is something that I really changed my mindset on for a long time ago. I used to believe that like moderators are super good, but have you ever been into one of those like small streams where it's like 20 people and there's like 5 mods?
Oh yeah, and the mods are just spamming.
They're just spamming, and it's like the most
uncomfortable. The entire chat is just full of mods.
Yeah, it's the most imagine like, and then like for me to like enter into that chat and be like, hey guys, and then they're like, welcome to the stream. Like, you know,
Hey,
like,
hey, what's up? Welcome.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow.
Yeah, and it's the same feeling as like you walk into a store or something and there's an over enthusiastic
Oh my
person
god,
that,
I hate that.
Hi, welcome. Can I help you out with anything? Like, you looking for anything in particular?
You can always feel their eyes just on you.
Yeah, and then like you're like, no, I'm okay. Like, and then well, let me know if you need anything. And then they go over to the corner, they just stare at you the whole time.
Yeah,
it's
actually,
like, fuck, bro, let me out. Okay, because you might be tempted to mod somebody who's like, Daff, I will do anything for you.
I've like said no to
I will
everybody.
lick the ground that you walk upon so that it is cleaner when you walk back to like it's like that. You don't want those. And it seems like you want those.
No, I've said no to like I've said no to everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
Like also because it's so subjective. Like what you want to ban versus what someone else wants to ban because they think you want to ban it even though you don't.
Okay,
or they find something offensive and you don't.
I could tell you that I have 2 mods in my community. They're all they're both people that have been here for 5 or 6 years. And I could tell them, I could say, guys, look at the last 50 messages of chat and ban the guy that I hate, and they'll do it every time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's number 1. And then number 2 is you want to get moderators that don't want to be mods. You want to get mods that are like, I hate this job, and those are the people that are the absolute best at it. What you don't want is the dude that's like, I'm kind of a big deal. I've got a sword. I could ban you at any moment. You know. It's just like,
I hate that because I don't like that. Like people let it get to their head. It's weird.
Yeah, you want.
But I literally ban maybe one person a week.
What?
My chat is really well behaved. They're really nice.
How can that be? So you're sourcing a lot of your chat from Reddit, and
I don't know anymore because I don't get posted there as much.
Did you used to have a lot more trolls?
At the height of LSF, I think so, but I think that was a given.
Is it that these comments just happen and you don't? I mean, I've actually for research purposes, I watched your stream right for a long time. And I actually saw a very chill chat. Yeah. So usually you're cultivating your community in some kind of deliberate way to make that happen.
Well, yeah. I feel like you kind of have to because if you just let things just go wild, you're going to end up with a chat like Greeks.
Yeah, or like Forsetter.
Yeah, I only ban like the worst of the worst. But even with my leniency on banning, my chat has never been such a super toxic place. It's always been dealable.
But you banned more people at first when you were trying to create that culture and you were growing.
Actually, no. I ban now more. Even though it's like barely any, but before I rarely ever ban, if any.
Okay, so I get it. So the only people that you ban would be like a person that you talk to, and then they just ignore you and they just keep shit posting.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. And that's a cool philosophy that I've never heard anybody do before. So like,
that's the thing. Like sometimes when I see some dumb shit in chat, I just want to call them out because it's just funny. But then other times I'm just like, oh no, I got to be like Mother Teresa or something.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just having a bad day. So it's something that's like 50-50 what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and you just kind of like roll the dice to see where you end up.
I mean, I don't even think I'm going to be doing the streaming thing forever. Like, I have no problem just going back to school and then quitting this online stuff entirely. Like, if I ever don't want to stream anymore, I would just leave all of it. I would just drop it completely and never come back and like never look back. I would be done.
Like that day?
Huh?
Like that day, you just be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be like, just disappear.
Yep.
Really?
And just go to school and live a normal life.
And you don't think that'd be hard to do at all?
No, because right now, I would say I live an online life and an offline life. So it's not hard for me to transition over.
You stream a lot though, like a lot of hours. So
that's mostly because I have nothing else in my time. I don't go to school, I don't work. But if I ever stop, I would go to school.
Do you want to go to school again?
Right now, no, because I'm just streaming. But I don't like. I think I would like going back to school. I would like to, yeah, in the future.
What would you study?
Probably environmental sciences.
Why?
Because it's probably one of the few things I'm actually interested in that people in the community that like refers to an inside joke in the community or something. You know, people are going to use that a lot more than, let's say, their love emote or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why does this duck fall over and then when you sub it goes? Wah?
I don't know. I just literally make random emotes for myself. The duck ones I had for Maple Story. It was a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your emotes for yourself are just like random or memes and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. And but you still do to this day commissions for other people?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the money is nice.
That can't be the
and
reason.
It's easy.
Well,
I don't.
That's not true.
The joy that I make, like I enjoy making emotes, but it is actually really good money.
It's like $35 an emote, right?
40, yeah.
Have you looked at what you probably make per day? I haven't looked at it, but I have a.
No, I didn't really think about that either. I just did it.
Okay, we can have that discussion.
Like the money, the money is nice, but I also enjoy making it. But it's more like the money is just real nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so I think it's because you like really enjoy doing it, and like it's like it's good content for the broadcast, like, right?
Well, both.
You didn't actually set out. You didn't go to school to draw or like take any classes on drawing, right?
No.
So how did you become? And then like if you guys haven't been to Daft's Instagram page, it's very cool because it's a lot of the art and well lately you've been doing a lot more like artistic. I'm a cute girl photos, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like here's
I haven't been drawing that much lately.
Oh, okay. So it's more just like coincidence.
Oh, I kind of want to keep it active too. I don't want to like only post when I draw.
Your Instagram is massive for the number of posts you have.
Oh.
You have 100. Why am I not following this? 110K followers for 111 posts. It's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And but you have like these more like artistic, like here's me holding a plant. I'm so sophisticated.
That's because my boyfriend's a photographer.
Oh, fuck! That helps so much. That's busted.
He's not. He does photography as a hobby, but he's he does more filming, like videographer, I guess. So he helped film a lot of the more personal videos on YouTube.
Oh my god, that makes sense. Does he edit them too?
No, I edit them.
Really?
Yeah, but then my editor edits the stream highlights. I make the vlogs. I edit those myself.
I have so many questions about Instagram and YouTube. It's not even funny. It's like it's really not funny. It's going to be obnoxious. I like there's but I wanted to do the art thing because like how did you learn to draw like this?
I just started drawing since I was young, and I just never stopped. So I guess just like a lot of trial and error, and then taking the things that I like in one piece and applying it to another, and then just keep going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just draw. That's literally the only advice that every artist gives is just you have to draw. Well,
it's similar to I can relate in a little bit because I write, and writing is exactly the same thing. Like there's a writer named Stephen King who like did like 3 bazillion books and
like everything that I draw, like illustrations, they're all drawings that I wanted to do.
You don't do commissions
that I like
for people?
doing. Rarely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the emotes are the thing you do for people.
Mm-hmm.
But you draw all of your emotes.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't do any digital work. Well, digital in the sense of like not drawing. Like in Photoshop or After Effects or something.
Wait, what?
You when you draw, it's all pen, or all drawing. You're not doing any
it's with a tablet.
Yes, yeah.
On a program.
Yeah, but you're not doing digital art at all, right?
Isn't this digital art?
It is, but it is. I cannot explain this well.
What are you talking? What?
Fuck. Hang on. Graphic design.
Oh no! I don't do graphic design. No.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, yeah, no. Oh, I did that on stream actually, but I don't remember which VOD. I just cropped out a bit of the photo and then I just filled it in.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought that was like really neat because I that was like the one that like sort of jumped out at me. So you haven't put any kind of thought to your growth on Instagram at all?
No, the only thing I look at on Instagram is just DMs from friends. I just talk to people on Instagram.
That's frustrating.
Why?
Because like you have like a very successful Instagram that in of itself can be a like a standing on its own. If you did nothing else, this would be a brand.
Mm-hmm.
But you just have it. It's just a thing.
Yeah. Like even my last post, I only posted those pictures that I took in like 5 seconds in the car because I felt like I didn't post in a while, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just throw something in.
Got it. Like, and is this? I hope this is not true for YouTube, because it does feel like to me that you've put a lot of thought into your YouTube.
That's because my YouTube is also run by my editor. So I do kind of want to care for it because it's not just my channel; it's also my editor's. But I do like having I do like posting vlogs and stuff. Obviously, I can't just throw vlogs in. I do want to make sure that they're edited well, that they're actually nice to watch, because I do care about the stuff that I put out.
Yeah. Like, so you care about YouTube more than Instagram, where you just post like whatever.
Well, yeah.
Okay, and you see your YouTube is your YouTube like the most authentic representation of your brand to you?
I would say Twitch. I would say Twitch.
But Twitch is ephemeral in the sense that like your VOD, your stream happens and it goes away. But on YouTube, it's like you have a video and there it is forever.
Yeah, I guess so. But it feels weird like calling myself a YouTuber, because I've been streaming on Twitch, and that Twitch has always been my main place.
It's I do not understand your YouTube. I've tried I've actually, like, you caught me doing it once, but like I've done it several times where it's like I've gone through YouTubes like this and I truly just don't understand, like, why does
neither do I.
Yes, you do. You do know.
I don't know.
Why does Borgar get 266K views? Why?
I don't know.
What is Borgar?
You know that Borgar used to be my editor titled it a weird video ... or something, and then I was like, that title doesn't really work.
How did you know that?
I changed it to Borgar, and then it actually like graph started going up. It was weird.
Why does click this video get 641K views? And it's just your face.
I don't know.
You have to know, Daff. If you don't know, no one knows.
No, I don't think anyone knows. My editor doesn't know either.
So the first video you did, hey, I'm 39 Daff. Wait, why 39 Daffs? Why so many Daffs?
I don't know. My editor put that title.
No, why are you 39 Daff?
Because I couldn't come up with a name, so I put my birthday in my name.
Your birthday is
September 3rd. I don't want to put 93 because it would sound like I was born in 1993, so it sounded old, so I flipped it.
93 sounds old? What year were you born?
98.
Hey, I'm 39 Daff, period.
Yeah. I didn't come up. That was my editor.
What happened to that video when it came out?
I actually don't know, because I literally wasn't even looking at my YouTube. Because my editor approached me, sent me an email. I was like, hey, I noticed that you don't have a YouTube channel. Here's some of my work if you're interested. And I was like, oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, go ahead.
And then so you have no idea how this video did first?
No, I didn't.
When did you start paying attention to your YouTube channel?
I think when people started pointing out that and my editor pointed out that I instantly got like 20,000 subscribers or something, and then he told me that he's never seen anything like that before.
Sorry, can you repeat the last part?
When my editor was like, "Oh, you're gaining like a lot of subscribers really fast on YouTube,"
yeah.
And he said that he's never noticed that before.
Yeah.
So then I started paying more attention.
But at what point was that, do you think? Because this was 5 months ago.
I think that was around when I went. No, it was before TwitchCon. So around the beginning of September, like the first 2 weeks of September.
This is why I wish I could use Dragon Ball Z references with you. This is why Vegeta is so frustrated with Goku. Vegeta tries so hard to like be this like the strongest warrior. He powers up and he trains, and then Goku's like, haha, this is cool. I don't know why this is happening. Fuck me, man. I'm a Super Saiyan now. This is awesome. Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's like the same thing where it's like, so like, okay, so something like the My Life Drawn video, I can 100% break this down. And I watched this whole thing. It was like, this is a fantastic video.
Oh yeah, I made that myself entirely.
I know. Yeah, on so many levels. This is it's art. It literally is. Right?
Thank you.
And then like Doggy Woggy that was posted 3 days ago that has 175K views. And it's a thumbnail.
That one actually did slightly worse than all the other ones because we tried something different for that one. We did like a little experiment. I don't know if you noticed, but I posted it on Twitter if you want to see the old thumbnail. But we basically just try to change things up a little bit because we felt like a lot of other streaming channels, nothing against them, are kind of doing the same format that we do now, as opposed to the clickbait that literally almost all streaming highlight channels did. So we want to change things up, and I was going to see what it would be like if I try to draw my thumbnails. And it did really bad because people didn't associate that drawing with my video. So I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, at least we tried. So then I changed it to Doggy Woggy. And I made that myself. Usually my editor makes the thumbnails too.
When you said it did really badly, how did you know that?
Well, in the analytics, the graph was lower.
Ah, you looked at the analytics. I knew it.
Well,
so,
yeah.
So you do know what like click-through rates are, and you do know what like watch time is and everything.
No, but I looked at the graph.
That's
like,
why you said it.
What the fuck? I don't know what a click-through rate is.
I
clicked it and the graph was lower.
How do you know what graph of what? You
click the analytics and then there's a graph.
What's the analytics?
It says see analytics under the video, and I clicked it.
And so the graph was going down, and you're like, "That's not
good."
No,
it wasn't going down. It just wasn't as up. Yes.
And by that distinction alone, you determined that you needed to change the thumbnail.
Yes.
This is fucking ridiculous. I don't know
and
if I
then
believe
you. And then it started doing fine. And then it was fine. Like, it started going up more.
So you didn't pay attention to the click-through rate. You didn't pay attention to like the watch time. You didn't pay attention to like any of the like the engagement. Like you just.
I clicked through it. I clicked through it a little bit, but I don't really like look at it that much. I check it like maybe once every couple days. Just it's kind of like YouTube is like it's like a little baby with me and my editor, right? I just like kind of look to see if it's healthy.
And you look at your new baby every couple of days to see if it's healthy. That's not good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains everything. Okay. Eon.
Yeah. Eon.
Yeah. Why don't you just spell it E-O-N?
I didn't name him. I adopted him.
From what?
A year ago. I adopted him from Korea through a website.
Like the state of Korea, or like?
If you Google him, you can literally find him. If you Google Eon dog.
What?
I think. No. If you Google him, you'll actually find him.
Holy shit.
I found him from. It was just like adopt dog. Yeah, there he is.
This is the dog?
Yeah.
Update. Eon has found a forever home in Vancouver. That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Was this like a famous dog?
No, he was just listed on a website where you could like look through dogs available to adopt.
So you just Googled dogs in Korea? Why
No,
Korea?
I just Googled adopt dogs, but then like that specific organization had a branch here so that they could you could adopt from that organization even if you're here.
This website URL is very strange. It's Free Korea, but it reads like Free Korea and Dogs. So
it's
like,
free Korean dogs, but it means to liberate them because they save dogs from the meat trade.
Oh, really?
It's not like the dog is free.
Oh, the way I interpreted it is
wait,
like...
you guys crashed the site? Oh my god.
Oh, I thought the site was just yeah.
Like
the way I took it was like it's free Koreans and dogs, so it's like they sell Koreans and dogs.
No.
But it's free Korean dogs.
Yeah.
I adopted a little cat once. Not when I was an adult, but my parents adopted a cat for me. And I remember like vividly in my childhood, I opened up this box and the cat looked up at me like the dog's looking up in this picture, and it was like meow, and I like fell in love with that cat. It turned out to be a total bastard. Yeah, but we were friends still. But he was just he's such a dick. His name was Boris.
Oh.
One time he bit me right in the dick.
Ow!
Yeah,
why did you have your dick in front of him?
I was taking a shower, and then the cat ran up, and then he looked up, and then he just jumped and bit my dick.
Ah!
It hurt so bad, dude. It was ridiculous.
Ew.
It was fucking awful. It was awful. Have you seen the arm thing? That's sexualized content? Wait, what's the arm thing?
What?
Wait, what's that?
My arm thing? No, I have hyperextension in my arms, so they bend past where they're supposed to bend.
So you can do like the waving arm weird thing that looks like it's broken.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you do any kind of like internal thought about what is authentic to you? Like, I mean, like outside of Twitch and everything. Like what am I about? Do you have those thoughts?
No. Sometime, maybe. No. Yes. No. I don't know. The graph goes on.
Okay. The graph goes to the right, and you think it's good, and so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. What is the question? Could you explain the question?
The question I just asked?
Yeah. What do you mean authentic?
Okay, so when you said I don't do sexualized content because it doesn't feel like me, how do you know that?
Because I don't want to. Not that I have anything against it. I just don't really like. I just like playing games and drawing.
How do you know that?
Wait, how do you know that you like talking about analytics?
Because I've done a lot of introspection on like the kind of things that I enjoy, and I've kind of separated issues in my mind. Like, oh, like this is not a thing that.
Okay, how do you know that you won't enjoy having your dick out on OnlyFans?
I don't know that I wouldn't enjoy that. It's something I'd be willing to try at some point. Like,
you'd actually be willing to. Okay, well, to answer the question, why I don't want to do sexualized content is just because I just don't want to. It's just that's it.
Huh. Okay. I just like it's really this is what this is one of those things that it's like our brains just don't work in the same way. Like when I think about something that I want to do, I compare it against a wide range of things that I don't want to do, and then I come up with like the highest.
It's like doing crack, okay? I don't have anything against people that do crack, but I don't really want to do crack.
Yeah, that I understand. Okay, that seems to follow. Yeah, but why don't you want to do crack, Daff?
Because I don't want to do crack.
So like, is there like you don't want to because you're afraid of the side effects, or because you don't want to get lost to it? Because it would probably be pretty fucking great. Okay.
It's like
if you're just ignoring all the you have to be factoring more in, right? Like
I just don't like it. Want to do crack. Do crack. Oh, I'm so tired. I think I should sleep.
All right, you gonna take a nap before you stream?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go catch some dinner. I've got the Scuff podcast tonight, so I still got like another 6 hours of stuff to do.
Okay. Bye. It was nice talking.
That was a fantastic conversation. Thank you so much for being here, Daff. You are a very cool person.
Thank you. You too.
And if you ever want to do something, let me know.
Okay.
Like games or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Bye. All right,
bye. Bye, chat.
Bye. One of our best talks, actually. Time to go shitpost in Moon's channel. That's why she's really leaving. Thank you, everybody, for coming out for that. I hope you had fun. Thank you, Daff, so much for being here. You are a really unique person.